treating migrants humanely.
Yes.
But there's been reports of them on planes with no water,
That was a bunch of
complaining.
Crap. That was a bunch of crap.
What do you mean a bunch of crap?
ICE detention facilities have the highest detention standards in the industry. Any of the ICE standards, our detention standards are higher than any state or federal or local facility in the nation, in the world. Someone should go to the ICE website, look at PBNDS 11, performance-based detention standards, and look at our detention standards, highest in the industry.
But are you sure you're only getting illegal criminal migrants? I mean, there were some pictures over the weekend of people that claim to be students, Brazilian students, who were showing examples of bruises on their arms from American deportation flights.
That's ridiculous, but if they want to make a complaint, it'll be investigated.
Hey folks, Dale Jackson here for Yellowhammer Now, and let's talk about these ICE arrests here in the great state of Alabama. Now, the mayor of Birmingham is tweeting about the price of eggs. The head, or the number 2 of the Alabama Democratic Party, is going on some unhinged rant about her wedding ring and how it's actually a metaphor for infrastructure projects. I don't know what's happening to these people, but these are the same people who are complaining that there's so much happening, they just can't triangulate a way to fight the Trump administration, to which I say, awesome. Good job, guys. Maybe you should stop lying about Nazi salutes and other silliness like that, and you should focus on the issues that the Americans actually care about. Had you been able to do that, maybe you wouldn't be in this situation right now where you're completely lost. But either way, ICE is in Alabama, and that's fantastic.
U.S. Senator Katie Britt sent out this tweet this morning saying thank you to Mobile County Sheriff Paul Birch for his department's work assisting ICE with getting criminal illegal aliens off the streets to help protect Alabama families.
There obviously is an intense focus on illegal immigration, and that's the primary mission of most of the federal agencies right now.
Federal agents across the country have placed their focus on getting illegal immigrants out the country.
We're tracking down the illegal alien criminals. We're detaining them.
This comes days after an executive order signed by President Trump to deport anyone living in the U.S. illegally charged with a violent crime. Here on the Gulf Coast, Mobile County Sheriff Paul Birch says the work has started.
They were out working yesterday, picking people up. There'll be teams, picking people up as they're able and identify persons who are, just known criminals that are here illegally.
This concern has also reached the school system. An email sent out to Mobile County school system employees yesterday on ICE efforts has been retracted. The email, signed by Mother of Exiles, asked to be texted if ICE shows up anywhere close by and if any children need help. Sheriff Birch says this isn't a roundup of just picking anyone off the streets, but those who have criminal backgrounds and were already being surveillanced.
The way it started yesterday was they were given specific people to go pick up, who I guess was on, some kind of monitoring list, and that's what they did. We will, assist them in any way possible. When they do decide to go, pick up groups of people, we've offered, our transport vans to, help facilitate that.
Now, Sheriff Birch tells me they haven't made any ICE-related arrests since that order. Now, Baldwin County Sheriff Anthony Lowry says as of yesterday, they've made half a dozen ICE-related arrests.
Now, in a recent article at AL.com, a lawyer for these alleged illegal criminals is suggesting that they live their life with caution, which is probably a good idea if you are breaking the law by entering the country, breaking the law by working, breaking the law by doing all sorts of things. You should probably live your life with caution, or you should self-deport yourself to another country. Like, I don't know, maybe the one you came from. That would be a good idea. Don't break the law and you don't got to worry about this kind of stuff. That's what we've always been told until, of course, Joe Biden needed to pardon people. Then it was, well, these are preemptive pardons to people who did absolutely nothing wrong because they were afraid of being arrested for no reason. But that is a completely different story. There's going to be a lot of talk, and you're going to hear from some of the big dogs here in the great state of Alabama about how many people are going to be scared and not willing to pick your fruit or your vegetables. And this argument is being made pretty proudly by some people, and it is very, very embarrassing.
How does President Trump make sure that the effort to deport people who are not in this country legally doesn't end up hurting Americans who want safe borders, absolutely, but also don't want to see even more higher prices in groceries.
Well, I mean, I'm sure it's not your position, Jake, you're just asking the question, that we should supply America's food with exploitative illegal alien labor. I obviously don't think that's what you're implying. Only 1% of alien workers in the entire country work in agriculture. The top destination for illegal aliens are large cities like New York, like Los Angeles, and small industrial towns, of course, all across the heartland, as we've seen with the Biden floods. Mm-hmm. None of those illegal aliens are doing farm work. Those 30,000 illegal aliens that Joe Biden dumped into Springfield.
I'm talking about the ones that are.
But I'm explaining this. It's important to understand.
No, you're kind of changing the subject. I mean, I'm talking about the ones.
I will give me 30 minutes. I'll go as deep as you want on this.
We don't have 30
minutes. Audience.
I don't have a 30. I'm talking about the ones that work in the agriculture industry.
I'm
you can come back and we can talk about the ones in the cities. I swear.
I'll do the whole answer. The illegal aliens that Joe Biden brought into our country are not full stop doing farm work. They are not. The illegal aliens he brought in from Venezuela, from Haiti, from Nicaragua, they are not doing farm work. They are in our cities collecting welfare. As for the farmers, there is a guest worker program that President Trump supports. Over time as well, we will transition into automation, so we'll never have to have this conversation ever again. But there's no universe in which this nation is going to allow the previous president to flood our nation with millions and millions of illegal aliens who just get to stay here. And we are especially not going to allow a subset of those illegal aliens to rape and murder our citizens. So we are going to unapologetically enforce our immigration laws, and as I'm sure you will celebrate, we are going to unleash the power and might of the U.S. government to eradicate the presence of transnational threats on our soil.
You heard that right. 1% of the people in this country illegally are here for agricultural reasons. So, no, that's not the problem in this country. If there was not a massive wave of illegal immigration that was happening all over this country, leading to crime and other problems and a drain on resources, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Americans were completely fine with a lower class of individuals picking our crops. And if you think that I'm being mean or evil here, no, Americans were completely okay with that until it became a problem outside of that. That's where we are right now. And the American people are glad to see the government finally doing something about it. The complaints here, they will fall on deaf ears because for years we were told, A, this is not a problem and we need more immigrants. And the American people said, no, please stop doing that. And they have finally had enough. And the Trump administration is reacting to that. Luckily, here in the state of Alabama, we have multiple local agencies saying, no, we'll participate in this as well. And if your agency hasn't gone on the record and you're an elected official, you need to go on the record and say you're going to help.